जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान. We are in Aranyakand and we are starting from after दोहा number 36. Right? शबरी माँ से मिल लिए हैं राम जी and now we are moving forward towards the Pampa river. क्योंकि माँ शबरी ने उनको बोला कि I know you are on the quest to find Ma Sita, and I was told that when you come here, I am supposed to direct you towards Sugriv, right? So you will find him there near the Pampa river. So आप इस direction में आगे बढ़ जाइए. Isn't it so beautiful to know that our journey is well taken care of? The direction is already given. We do not have to worry about it. Right? कोई ना कोई राह दिखाने के लिए मिल जाएगा. आप आगे चलो तो सही. The irony is, most of us wait for the complete path to appear before we venture out. Venture out. As we move forward, the road and the vision gets clear. We'll find guidance on the way. The Lord, our God, has already set everything in place for us. And that is the faith with which we have to move forward. Aranyakand is a journey of a devotee, of a sadhak, I should say, who is on the path of sadhana. And when you look at the entire Aranyakand, we started from talking about Jayant, right? He came and he pricked Ma Sita, isn't it? And the Lord chased him, the small little piece of grass chased him to the end of the world till he came back and surrendered to the Lord's feet. And when we end, we are going to end with Narad Muni. It's a journey of a sadhak. And when the journey of a sadhak or an aspiring devotee is happening, what is important? The Sang is important. Sang can be in the form of good books, good people, right? Now, we might say that, good and bad, ठीक है, but Sat ka Sang in any form, because it keeps us on the path of virtue. And in the middle, what will happen? A lot of demons will come forward. Surpankha came, right? Khardushan Trisara with their 14,000. Ravan came himself. Who? Marich came. And as we move forward, Kadamba came. So what is that indicating? When we are on the spiritual path or where we are on our path to our goal, a lot of halahal comes out first. Right? Negativity, when you're stirring, जब हम मक्खन बना रहे होते हैं, तो धीरे 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 धीरे, it starts rising up, right? So when you are churning, the first thing that comes out, when you talk about the Milky Ocean also, a lot of negativity comes out and we feel, oh my God, I never knew there was so much of negativity in me. Hoga, it's okay. This is the journey. But for what? For to counter that, to still hold you so that you don't sway and you are able to overcome that boil of negativity which is coming because of that constant churning. Be in satsang. Atriya Muni, Ansuya Ma, we saw. We saw so many sages. We saw the Ram Gita between Lakshmanji and Ramji. We saw Sutikshna. We saw Sarbhanga. We saw Ma Shabri. And soon today, we will see Narad Muni. On the path, what are we seeing? So many sages holding on. While the churning is happening, सत का संग करिए. When negativity is coming out, don't worry. Surrender to the Lord at His feet. Tell Him, I surrender. Help counter the negativity which is coming out. It is just a form of cleansing happening. There are various forms of cleansing that happen. Gross cleansing also happens. Many a time, after an intense satsang, we will feel that, we want to just evacuate. Suddenly, we just want to empty our bowels. It's a gross cleansing that is happening. Hota hai kai baar. So, subtle cleansing also happens. And this is a process. कहते हैं ना, राम नाम के साबुन से धीरे 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 सफाई हो रही है. So this is Aranyakand, a journey of the sadhak. Ramji is moving on. Ma Shabri has become one with him. She said, मेरे जीवन का मूल उद्देश्य था आपसे मिलना. And once I've met you, there is no point of going on. I just want to merge into you. And she did. She became one with the Lord. Memory of Ma Shabri, which the Lord holds dear till now, I am sure. And as he walks on, he sees that the spring season is in full bloom. The flowers are blooming, groups of animals, pairs of animals are walking around. And he suddenly feels that pang of misery. And he remembers Ma Sita. God knows where my Sita would be. And he has his companion Lakshman, right? His little brother. He says, look, Lakshman, everybody is mocking at me right now. I see those birds, and suddenly when I'm coming near, that bird, the doe is running away. The bird is running away, flying away. When the buck stops her. He says, don't worry. He is not going to do anything to you. He is not on a lookout for us. He is on a lookout for that golden deer. Nothing else. He's looking out for that golden deer. हमें थोड़ी ढूंढ रहे हैं. See, all the animals, all the birds, all the plants are mocking at me right now. Sri Ram is talking to his little brother. And then he goes on and he says, Ki look, the pair of elephants, they're holding on to each other, as if teaching me a lesson. Ki you should never leave your partner unguarded. You had the responsibility to protect her. And see now, what has happened? She wanted that golden deer. Could you not tell her that it could be all Maya? Why did you run and left her alone? You failed, Ram. You failed. What will you tell Raja Janak? What will you tell Ma Kaushalya? कि मैंने सीता खो दी. मैंने वन में सीता खो दी. And isn't this the same thing? Everybody sees the world based on what emotions they have in their heart. Nobody sees the same world. हमें लगता है ना कि हम सब एक ही चीज देख रहे हैं. हम एक ही चीज नहीं देख रहे हैं. हम सब की दुनिया अलग है. While looking at the same thing also, it is clouded by our state of mind, by our emotions, by what is going through in our life. And that is the reality. इसी के लिए कहते हैं ना, be compassionate. क्या पता किसके मन में, किसके जीवन में क्या चल रहा है. Be kind to everybody. Be forgiving. Give everybody a benefit of doubt. Because they are not seeing the same world that you are seeing. Have a big heart. And it's a message for everybody. Over here they're saying Ram को सीता नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए थी. Probably it is a message to the sadhak कि ग्रंथ मत छोड़ो. When you are on the journey, don't leave the scriptures. When you're on the journey, probably it is a message over here when I was reading Tejomayananda ji, And at that point, he was also narrating the Ramayana. He says it is a message for all the orators, all the narrators, all the कथावाचक. चाहे कितनी बारी आपने रामायण पढ़ ली हो, जब सुनाने जाओ तब मनन चिंतन पढ़ के जाओ. You have to be well read, read it again and again, do your homework, be with the scriptures, internalize them before it comes out of your mouth. Look at Gurudev, he says, कि he had done so many yagnas, but before every session, he would revise the Gita properly as if it was his first. And this is a message for everybody. Ki don't get caught unguarded. This is a message for the children. See, this is the beauty of Ramayana. Just like we all don't see the world alike, no two people see the same world. And no two people understand the Ramayana in the same way. जैसे हमारी मनस्थिति है वैसे ही हमारे को ग्रंथ समझ आएगा, वैसे ही हमारे को कहानी समझ आएगी. रामायण टॉक्स टू ईच एंड एवरी वन. We will all feel that our question has been answered because she is individually talking to each and every one based on their manasthiti. So Ramji is going on. And then he says, look at it. Look at the spring. Now Cupid has come. Kamdev aa gaya. And he has come with his entire army. And there's a beautiful description where he says, look at the creepers. They are blossoming. You know, the wind is blowing. There are canopies in the sky. It is so beautiful. It is charming to look at. I am getting unnerved. And he has come with full force to what? Remind me of Sita. You know, Kamdev, the desire to have my Sita back. But he has forgotten that in my weak moment right now, I have Lakshman standing next to me. देखिए संग का बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. कहते हैं ना, nothing worth achieving in life is ever achieved alone. We need to have that strong support. He's saying Lakshman is standing next to me. Kamdev has forgotten. He's an epitome of what? Vairagya. He's an epitome of discretion. No attachment or desire or any form of calm can touch him. And today, he is my support. It is so beautiful when you look at Ramayana. The brothers are always praising each other. लक्ष्मण जी से पूछा कि इतना गुस्सा क्यों करते हो, राइट? बाहर बात में इतना क्यों फटते हो? तो he said कि I get so angry all the time so that you can see the calm and poise and that peace in my brother is highlighted. And अब ये बोल रहे हैं कि right now the desires are trying to catch hold. At that time, my brother is there. He is the epitome, so nothing can touch me. So both of them, all of them, are looking at the virtue and holding on to it. See, जब कभी भी कठिन समय आता है, when there is a difficult time, be in the company of the wise. Be in the company of the strong. Many a times what happens is कि when we catch hold of a twig and we are just flowing, no control, the twig won't be able to hold on. समय निकालिए, आजू बाजू देखिए, आप किसके साथ चल रहे हैं. Because when the time of weakness is there, only a Lakshman can hold on to you and remind you कि तुम राम हो. You cannot give in to all this. आप राम हो भैया. आपका जन्म का उद्देश्य कुछ और है. Those are the people who need to be standing next to us to remind us that this is not you. There is a path you have chosen and you have to walk the path. And they're moving on. And he says, Ramji says, ki, the biggest problem is, at this time, tat teeni ati prabal khal. Khal, the most difficult enemies. 3 hai. He is talking about 3 most, कहते हैं ना, the worst of evil in this world, Lakshman, are 3. And what is it? Kama, Krodha, Aru, Lobh. Kam, Krodh or Lobh. We have 6, right? So over here he has taken out 3. Kam, desire. Krodh, desire, or yes, we can say lust also. But it is not only lust. Any form of extreme desire which includes lust. Krodh, anger. And Lobh, greed. These are the most difficult. And what is Ramji being attacked by right now? He is being attacked by what? Kam, desire for Ma Sita. Krodh, a little bit is coming in. And Lobh nahi, but he's saying Lobh. And Muni Bigyan Dham Man Karahi Nimish Mahu Chop. What does he say? Ki, brother, there are 3 evils most are lust, anger and greed. In an instant, they can distract the mind of even the greatest hermit. There have been many cases, and this vividly sticks to my mind. If I'm not mistaken, it is about one sage, I won't name him. He says that in his previous birth, he was sitting on the Himalayas and praying, and he had almost attained moksha. At that time, came a person, and this is a learning for all of us and probably relevant today, came a person and he says, listen, please help me and show me the path. But there was so much hatred for that particular sect in his mind that he said, I won't. And he said, if you don't, I'm going to jump through the cliff. And that moment of anger, he did not do anything and he let that person jump. Later on, it is said, when he was born again, he was born in the same sect. And he had vivid memories of what had happened. Ki ek kshan tha, 1 second, less than a second, and I would have attained. But I fell because I got angry. क्रोध आ गया मुझे. क्रोध हमें किसी पे भी नहीं करना है. No matter what the situation, no matter what is happening around us. Krodh, anger deludes. It clouds our vision, it clouds our thinking. That does not mean you don't act. That does not mean there should not be any action. But it should not be driven by anger. Any action should be driven by proper thinking and discretion, not anger. So he's saying that once these 3 take over, a hermit who has realized is almost there, falls. So we have to be very, very careful. And what is he saying? He goes on to say that inke weapons hote hain. What is the weapon of greed? Desire. Desire hoti hai na? Aur chahiye. And that is what we are running after. We are always running after more. We say, na, God, if you give me this and I'll be happy. But then when you reach there, you say, nahi, ab thoda aur chahiye. And thoda aur chahiye. And thoda aur chahiye. It never ends. Greed never ends. So greed, what is that weapon of greed is desire. Never ending desire. चाहे वो कोई भी डिजायर क्यों ना हो. कहते हैं ना, जो सही भक्त होता है वो तो भगवान से कहता है, भगवान मैं तो भगवान से भगवान भी नहीं मांगता. इट्स ओके, कुछ चाहिए ही नहीं. वो भी एक डिजायर हो जाएगी ना, डिजायर फॉर गॉड, वो भी नहीं चाहिए. एंड हिपोक्रेसी, when greed comes in, a lot of hypocrisy sets in. Then lust. They are talking specifically about lust over here. And it is because he's saying, he's talking, this is Ramji talking. But yes, the biggest weakness, lust, comes in front of us is the other gender. That is what they are saying, and I'll not mix the words or try to mellow it down. I'll just say it as it is. While what anger? What is the weapon of anger? Harsh speech. हमें गुस्से में ध्यान नहीं रहता हम किसको क्या बोल जाते हैं. Right? And see, ये कहते हैं ना, वो the bricks and bricks break bones, but words leave a scar forever. कम बोलो, धीरे बोलो, मीठा बोलो, या मत बोलो. Control over our words, because we can repent and regret all our lives. But once कहते हैं ना, वाणी एक अनमोल है, जो कोई बोले जानी, ये तराजू तोल कर फिर मुख बाहर आनी. Weigh it in that taraju of your heart. and then let it come out. This is something we use so liberally, words, and we should be very, very, very vigilant while using them. मत बोलो, पर फिर कैसे इंटरेक्ट करेंगे? सबसे बातें क्या करेंगे ओवर द कॉफी? बड़ी समस्या है, पर मत बोलो. So he's saying speech, uncontrolled speech, and anger's weapon is speech, harsh words. And then we say, Ari, you know, when we are angry, our language becomes so colorful. We have all experienced it, right? And later on we feel ki, I probably did not even mean what I said. But that's it. What's done is done. And it comes with a lot of practice. And this is what Ramji is saying. This is declared by the sages after deep thought. Ramji भी बोले कि मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. The sages have put in so much of thought, so much of tapasya to come out with this treasure that we are getting right now through Tulsi Baba. Kam, Krodh or Lobh. These are the biggest of enemies. And up, he's saying, I am getting caught here. I am unable to fight, but it's all right. I have Lakshman with me. धीरे धीरे हम सोचेंगे ना, it is very confusing actually. राम जी को देखते हैं ना, तो तुलसी बाबा has clearly written, a devotee will be mesmerized, right? But a critic will get confused. भगवान को आप नहीं समझ सकते, उनको सिर्फ प्यार करो. कहते हैं ना, don't try to understand him, just love him. हम मन और बुद्धि से समझेंगे, पर वो मन और बुद्धि से परे हैं. We cannot understand his Leela. We can just love him. And Tulsi Baba says, just imagine, no? He is Gunatit. Now, who is talking right now? He is so broken and beaten when Sita is not there. And this is where Ma Sati also got deluded. Remember when we started? So, he's saying that some will get deluded. And the wise will get wisdom. And he's saying, this is Sri Ram, who is beyond the three gunas. कौन से तीन गुण? रजस, सत्व एंड तमस के बियॉन्ड है. एंड ही इज ऑल नोइंग, ही नोज एवरीथिंग. ही इज अंतर्यामी, राइट? एंड दिस लॉर्ड of animated and inanimated creation, the inner controller of all, is speaking the above. Just imagine. And look at this. अभी हम आगे जाके देखेंगे, we'll see that he is demonstrating two things. He is demonstrating the plight and the misery of a lover. At the same time, his words are talking about the strength of the wise. Can you see the two things? It's beautiful the way Tulsi Baba has written it. कि एक जगह तो he is talking about the misery of a lover. And at the same time, his words are that who are glorifying the wise and giving us the greatest of wisdom. दोनों चीजें साथ में कर रहे हैं ये. Who is talking? Because see, all our scriptures are a narration and a dialogue between Shivji and Parvati ji, right? So abhi bhi, it all started. That is why most of our scriptures, be it Bhagavad or Ramayana, they start with almost the entire Shiv Puran. Shivji ki puri mahima aayegi, usme Shivji ki shaadi aayegi, everything will happen, and the dialogue between Shivji and Parvati ji will start, and then the scriptures are going to move on. So over here also, the entire dialogue, beech mein we'll see that Uma word will come out, and then we'll say Shivji is talking to Uma. Because it's a reminder, it's a dialogue between these two. So what does he say? He goes on, he says, anger, lust, greed, pride, and delusion, all these get eliminated through Sri Ram's grace. Now he's telling Parvati Ma, because as Sati, she has seen it. She also got deluded. She also got confused by the Leela of Sri Ram. इसीलिए कहते हैं ना कि our job is not to judge anybody. We do not know what Leela is going on through that सामने वाला person. My job is to blossom and mind my own business. There is no point judging. चाहे वो राम हो या कोई भी और हो. We do not know what Leela is being enacted and played right now. सब लीला ही तो है, because everything is nothing but God. Everything is but a Leela. And we have our roles. So why sit and judge? When we are judging somebody, we are judging God. At the same time, Sri Ram does not say that don't act. आप अपना धर्म करो, आप अपना काम करो. But what two things that you're not harboring in your heart is going to be unnecessary judgment and hatred. Act on the situation. Don't hold on to hate. And that is where the problem starts, when we start holding on to hate. So he says, Uma, this person who's talking about all this is nobody but Ram. And Ram is able to conquer all these six vices. And listen to me, Uma. Uma कहूँ मैं अनुभव अपना. And शिवजी बोल रहे हैं कि उमा, मैं आपको अपना अनुभव बताता हूँ. I'm going to tell you my experience. And this is a very famous verse from Ramcharitmanas. उमा कहूँ मैं अनुभव अपना, सत हरि भजनु जगत सब सपना. उमा कहूँ मैं अनुभव अपना, सत हरि भजन जगत सब सपना. This entire prapanch, this entire sansar which we can see, feel, touch, is but a dream. And that one reality is Ram. And that is my Anubhav, Uma. That is my Anubhav, Parvati. Shivji बोल रहे हैं. उमा कहूँ मैं अनुभव अपना, सत हरि भजन जगत सब सपना. सब सपना है, इसमें हरि भजन ही सब कुछ है. शिवजी बोल रहे हैं. And now, Sri Ram is moving forward and he reaches the Pampa lake. Sundar hai, it's so beautiful and mesmerizing. And when Sri Ram sees the Pampa river, the analogy between the beauty and the calmness and the quiet and that lucid water is done with the saints again. It is like, how does the Pampa river look to him? Pampa lake look to him? He said it is like the heart of a saint, which is ever pure. Nirmal word use kara hai inne. Sant hriday jas nirmal bari. It is so nirmal. Kyunki a saint's heart, a sant jan hota hai na. What is a sant? A sant is a person who has a very pure heart, nirmal heart. And there are steps all reaching to it. And that heart is same for everybody. Everybody, that heart is reachable for everybody. No divide stops it from coming to it. And then what does he see? Here, there, everywhere, there are animals who are drinking through it. As if it is the heart of this great donor, right? Who is generous and giving to everybody who reaches out. Without any discrimination. ऐसे करते हैं क्या? झाड़ बोलते हैं क्या कि तुम कौन हो? No, you will get my fruit, you won't. They never say it, no. The rivers say क्या? Only so and so type of people can drink. No. The lake also does not stop from anybody from taking a dip. Unfortunately, we create those barriers. इसी के लिए कहते हैं ना, in the journey of scriptures, we have to be very vigilant. Anything that is creating rigidity should be stopped immediately. Because our scriptures are always going to make our heart so lucid, just like the heart of the saint, where everybody is welcome, where every thought is welcomed, where nobody is denied and nobody is criticized. And welcoming everybody. And not only this, he goes on to say, there are lotuses all over, right? So the Pampa river over here is covered with the lotuses all over. And he says, it is like us only, no? See, because there are so many lotus leaves and all covering it, we don't even know whether there is water inside. It is just like he is there. That divine Brahm is there everywhere, but the deluded soul covered by Maya cannot see it. तो शिवजी सही बोल रहे हैं ना. Look at him, he is behaving as if he's actually been conquered and defeated by desires, but his words speak otherwise. And then what does he say over here? And look at it, all the fish in the river, right? They are very happy, uniformly happy. This is the word. Just like a virtuous person. Virtuous, the exact word would be dharma-sheel. Dharma-sheel sleeps well at night or passes his days peacefully. The test of whether our day has been fully righteous or not depends on how dharmshil we have been. Mostly a person who walks on dharma, who is dharmshil, the exact word is not virtuous, dharmshil dharmshili hota hai, will sleep very well, will have a very peaceful day. If there is agitation of any kind, then we have not acted or been in our dharmic state. It is a test. And maybe that is the time when we have to reflect. So he's saying all the fish are at peace, virtuous in nature. And he goes on talking about this beautiful, captivating form. And the description is around the Pampa Lake, there are so many cottages of various sages all around. Because we have seen Ramji, wherever there is Ramji, there are sages. Sat ka sang hota hai. So it is like, jahan Ram hai, wahan Sat hai. Jahan Sat hai, wahan Ram hai. So he's saying all around there are beautiful cottages and the trees are so beautiful. They are so full of fruit. Full of fruit. And we see, right, a tree without fruit stands erect. But the minute now it's a mango season and the mangoes are there on all the trees and the tree bends, isn't it? So the description over here, what Ramji says is, कि when there is fruit on the tree, it bends just like an upkari purush. What is upkari? Maybe benevolent, yes. But upkari hota hai because upkar can be of any kind. Upkar does not only have to be of money. Upkar can be of emotions. Upkar can be of, imagine any form of upkar. An upkari purush who is always ready to help and serve. Right? Is always numb. Is always humble. Is always a soul. Becomes humble. A benevolent soul, when he gets more and more and more, he becomes humbler and humbler and humbler. कहते हैं ना कि the wealth does not dance on his head. एक बार, this reminds me of Rahim ji, right? Rahim ji was also a very good poet, just like Tulsi Baba, and they existed at the same time. So there was a big complaint that was going on. So the complaint reached Tulsi Baba, and Tulsi Baba understood Rahim ji. Rahim ji was a great donor. बहुत देते थे. And उनकी क्या आदत थी? When he would give, he would never look also. He would keep his eyes low and he would give. So the word went around that Rahim is ashamed of giving. So Tulsi Baba, it's a kavita, I'll share it, but I'll just explain it right now. And Tulsi Baba asked, कि I have heard that जैसे जैसे आप दान करते हो, आपकी आंखें नीचे चली जाती हैं. And Rahim Baba says, कि when I am giving, when he is giving through me, and people thank me and think that I am giving, my eyes go down of embarrassment because मैं देने वाला कौन हूँ. And it is not that I don't like giving, but I know that I am not the one who's giving. That is the definition of a true giver. कौन? उपकारी व्यक्ति. कहीं पे भी the ego does not dance, because he knows everything is through him given by somebody else. And weighs down with loads of their fruits. All the fruit trees touch the ground. Even as the benevolent soul grows all the more humble on getting a large fortune. More humble, more humble, more humble. There is one more poetry which I have suddenly remembered. I'll save it. कहते हैं ना कि you can make out who has new wealth and who has inherited wealth, which has been going on for generation and generation and generation. It's a very beautiful poem. I'll share it on the group, right? It is just a few lines. So again, looking at this description, he's sitting there and this Pampa lake fills his heart with delight. Ramji and Lakshmanji, and then the sages come down, sages come to meet him, and then they go, the devas come, they say this all has been happening, we are glad that you have come. They depart. Ramji is delighted at heart and he is talking to Lakshmanji. At that time, slowly, from Brahmalok descends one person who is very, very sad about the situation right now, because he thinks he is the cause of Ramji's misery. And that person is Narad Muni. Now Narad Muni comes, and what he sees on Ramji's face is pangs of sorrow. Again, as we said, right? Nobody sees the world alike. Now Tulsi Baba is saying there is delight on Ramji's face. And over here Narad Muni sees pangs of sadness. कहते हैं ना, प्रभु की मूर्ति भी हमें जैसे हमारे अंदर का भाव होता है ना, वैसे ही नजर आती. It is true, right? The bhav in us speaks, and the murti is going to reflect that same bhav. We can try it. किस भाव से हम जाते हैं वो भाव हमें सामने दिखेगा. So now he is saying he is suffering from pangs of agony, and he says that he touches Ramji's feet, and Ramji blesses him, and he makes Narad Muni sit down. Lakshmanji sits down, and he is pressing Narad Muni's feet, and get some water, and Narad Muni is unable to talk, and finally he says, I'm so sorry for what I have done. It is because of me that you are facing so much of hardship. I am feeling so guilty. It is because of my curse on you. So Ramji just looks at him. We all know about this curse, right? It is a beautiful, beautiful story. We'll briefly cover it. Ki Ramji, Narad Muni, is the greatest sage. He has access to every place, and most of the time he does not stay in one place for a very long time. See, it is true. The rolling stone does not gather any moss, right? आप रोल होते रहोगे तो यू वोंट गैदर एनी मॉस. एक जगह ज्यादा देर रह जाते हैं ना तो अटैचमेंट आ ही जाता है. तो नारद मुनि डज नॉट स्टे इन वन प्लेस फॉर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. इसी के लिए कहते हैं द सन्यासीज, उनका धर्म है, दे कैन नॉट स्टे इन वन प्लेस, दे कैन नॉट ओन एनीथिंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम द रेनी सीजन वेयर इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू मूव. दे आर सपोज्ड टू कीप मूविंग. Most of the sages are, even if they come and stay in a Grihasthi's house, they will not stay beyond 5 or 7 days. They are not allowed to. That is the sannyas niyam. So Narad Muni, the greatest of sannyasi, is moving and moving, and suddenly he sees a beautiful cave, and this cave was guarded by Shivji. Shivji had his vigil over that cave, that whoever is doing tapasya in this cave will not be confronted by any of the 6 evils, especially Kam. So Narad Muni feels that this cave is so beautiful, and for the first time he sits down and he starts doing tapasya. And during the process, again Indradev, the Indriyas, right, they come in trouble. So anger, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, sab kuch, everything is attacking him, but nothing is happening. Then he emphasizes on Kam, and he creates such an aura. Even when we talk about Siddhartha Gautam Buddha story, we also come across all this. So lot of the entire environment is created for the Kam to be ignited in him. But that also does not happen. And the Cupid, Kamdev, goes away defeated. Narad Muni opens his eyes. He says, everybody was deluded, so far has been deluded by Kam, and I have victory over lust. I have victory over Kam. Oh my goodness, I'm going to tell Shivji. He goes to Shivji and he tells this. Shivji says, that's very good, but I would suggest don't go and tell Vishnuji. He said, why shouldn't I? When I've achieved something so great, everybody should know. ठीक है, जाओ बोलो. कहते हैं ना, हमेशा अपनी साधना गुप्त रखिए, मत बताइए किसी को. It is between you and your God. Guard it. It is a treasure that should be locked away in the locker. But what we do? We go tom-tom about it, right? So again, Narad Muni decided to go tom-tom about it. He goes and he tells Vishnuji, and Vishnuji is Bhaktavatsal. He loves his devotees so much. Sun lete hain. Well, see, I am the most virtuous. I conquered Kam. Vishnuji listens to everything. He applauds him and he lets him go. See, God has various ways of teaching us a lesson, ठीक है? कहते हैं ना, भगवान को जब किसी को सबक सिखाना होता है, उसके पीछे डंडा लेके नहीं भागते. मैंने तो नहीं देखा राम जी को, कितनी बारी मेरे से गलतियां होती है, डंडा लेके तो कभी नहीं भागे, right? We run after our children with something, but he does not. He has a very, very, very beautiful way of doing things. कहते हैं ना, वो बुद्धि हर लेते हैं इंसान की. इसी के लिए कहते हैं कि लीव इट, मतलब शायद, तो कहते हैं ना, जब भगवान को किसी को सबक सिखाना होता है, उसकी बुद्धि हर लेते हैं. So what, when Narad Muni is going and suddenly he sees a beautiful, beautiful girl sitting on a swing. Her name is Vishwa Mohini. And he goes down, he says, my God, she's so lovely. This place, Sheela Nidhi's kingdom is so amazing. He goes down, he meets the king. The king says, oh, my daughter, aap aaye Narad Muni, can you please look at her palm and Janampatri and everything, because we are planning to have a swambar for her. He looks at the palm and he sees that whoever marries her is going to be the master of all the three loks. And he says, why shouldn't I be that? So he returns back to Vishnuji, where he had gone tom-tom about calm. And he says, ki, this is the thing, I want to marry Vishwa Mohini. So can you make me as amazing as you? Because Narad Muni the na, सीधे साधे सन्यासी. He did not know how to dress up. Dress up होना कोई सीखे. तो really, if you really think about it, और ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश को देख लो, even Mahesh, Shivji says to Vishnu ki sikha do hame tayar hona. There's nothing wrong in getting ready. So he goes to Vishnu, he says, you are the best in dressing up. Look at you, na. Krishna ko dekho, Ram ko dekho, kya sundar sajte hain ye. They're so beautiful. Every ornament that they wear, the payal le lo, ya pankh le lo, ya bansuri haath mein, ya beautiful, that silk dhoti that they wear. Amazing, the art of getting ready and dressing up so beautifully is mesmerizing. So Narad Muni says, I don't know. I've been roaming around in this orange robe with the veena. Now you have to get me ready. And more so, I have to look the best. Because in the Swambar, I want her to put the garland around me. And he says, कि मेरे को आपके जैसे दिखना. He said, I want to look like Hari. Now Hari has dual meaning. Monkey भी होता है. So Prabhu says, Tathastu. Right? That's why we have to be very careful about what we are asking from him. Na? He says, Tathastu. And he goes and he stands in the Swambar line. Vishnu Mohini is walking through. And she stops when she looks at Narad. Such a beautiful looking monkey dressed up in the best of attire is standing there. And she just laughs at him with joy and moves on. And she garlands Vishnuji. Narad Muni gets very agonized. He said, you cheated me, right? And Jay Vijay also, they say, ki, come here, you look at yourself first. They show him that water body or mirror, jo bhi le lo, and he realizes that I'm looking like a monkey. I made a fool of myself. He goes to him, Vishnuji, and he curses. Ki, just the way you have made me suffer, right? I lost Vishnu Mohini. You are also going to lose her, whom you really love, and nobody else but these vanars, the monkeys, will come to your rescue. और कोई नहीं होगा, कोई आपकी मदद करने नहीं आएगा. And at that time, with a snap of his finger, the delusion vanishes. There is no Sheela Nidhi, there is no Vishwa Mohini, उनके जगह लक्ष्मी खड़ी है. There is no beautiful kingdom. Narad Muni के साथ एक बार पहले भी हुआ था. Once Narad Muni was sitting and he suddenly, to give him some counsel, he went in. And then suddenly he is having this feeling that he's getting married. And then he is in this, in this prapanch. He got married. He has children. He's having a good family. Now he has grandchildren. And suddenly there is a flood. And he's trying to save everybody. He's crying. He's looking here. He's looking there. He is so perturbed. And suddenly with a snap, he comes back. He opens his eyes. He said, huh? Where is my wife? Where are my grandchildren? Where is everything? Prabhu says it was just a delusion. Kahan kho gaye? Just like us, na? Hum kahan kho gaye? But what do? You snap for Naradji to wake him. Hame kyun nahi utha rahe ho? You're lost. So Naradji comes out. And he says, I'm so sorry. What have I done? I cursed you. Bola, no, don't worry, Narad. Who I cursed you is, I to hai nahi na. Everything is happening as per plan. I have to go down. Right? I have to go down. Ravan is there. This is what has to be done. This is what was needed. And you did exactly what was needed. But all this is okay. But now, when Narad Muni is sitting and he looks at Ramji and he looks that Ramji is very peaceful suddenly, he says, may I ask you a question? Right? Asking a question is also an art. कब हमें क्या चीज पूछनी चाहिए? We just don't go and start asking. There are times when we just have to be quiet, wait for that other person to become calm and then talk about it. In a heated moment, somebody is shouting and we also know, we have to know the answer. Nahi, wait. So he looks at Sri Ram. He says, listen, oh generous, you're generous by nature, right? You're so great. I have a doubt. But I'm not asking, and there is no lust in me. Not that I want to get married. It is not the state anymore. है ना? I am happy being Narad Muni. And I'm happy being a sage. But I want to know something. तो ठीक है, पूछ लिया. आप पूछो. Can you please tell me why is it that you kept me away and you did not let me get married at that time? Okay, he's asking genuine question. Not that I regret, not that I think your decision were wrong, not that I want to be there, but I want to know. He's asking this beautiful question and the Lord smiles. He says, see, right? He says that for me, all my disciples are like my children, right? All of them. But there are two types of people who turn towards me. One is that devotee, a childlike devotee. Now we are all mothers here, most of us mothers and parents. So when our baby is very small, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, just started crawling, just imagine. And that child is going towards a wild animal or heading towards the fire. What would a mother do? Mother would come running, pick the child up and put him aside and say, no, don't go there, and protect the child, right? Now the child grows up. Now the same child is a teenager now, right? Kafi gyani ho gaya hai. So at that time the mother's approach changes. The love does not, right? The mother says, kar lo, experience karke dekh lo. Koi baat nahi. I am there. When things don't work out, I'll be there. I'll tell you. But she's not going to run and scoop the child out. So over here, in so many beautiful words, he says, I tell you with all my emphasis at my command that I always take care of those who worship me. Right? Because Narad Muni is one of the greatest sages. He's saying, I always take care of those who worship me. With undivided faith, even as a mother who tends to her child. See again the same example. If a child runs to catch hold of fire or a snake, the mother rescues it by drawing it aside. When, however, her son has grown up, she loves him, no doubt. Pyar kabhi kam nahi hota hai, right? So every day you love your child even more. I think so. The love grows many folds. So, but what does he say? The wise, what she say, draws, but when, however, her son grows up, she loves him, no doubt, but not as before. The actions are not as before. So now he's saying this is the difference. That baby is my devotee, right? Ever trusting, ever loving, always surrendered to me, relying on me for everything. And that grown-up child is like a jnani. See, with Gyan comes ego also. There is good ego, there is bad ego. With Gyan comes a lot of good ego. And a wise man starts thinking, I know what is right, what is wrong, what the scriptures say, how things are supposed to be done. So the wise man relies on his strength. A devotee relies on God's strength. Later on, as we move on, when we reach towards Hanumanji, and when Hanumanji is being told, get up, you have your strength, you can fly, you can cross multiple times and come back. He does not budge, he does not move. He says, no, I have no strength. And then suddenly he is told, you have Ram's strength in you. You have the power of Ram. Ram works through you. And at that time he stands up and he becomes so tall, big, beyond words. And he says, now tell me, what am I supposed to do? Because till you were talking about my strength, I have none. But if you talk about my Ram's strength, there is nothing that he cannot do. कहते ना इसी के लिए खुद के नहीं राम की ताकत से चलना सीखो, कभी नहीं हारोगे. So over here he's saying, but ठीक है, a devotee depends on me, while the former, a wise man, depends on his strength. Right? And both have to face enemies. ऐसा नहीं है कि the wise man will have these 6 enemies. What are the 6 enemies? The 6 vikar. Kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mad, matsarya, ahankar. Right? And even the devotee will face it. Both will face it. But when my devotee, vis-a-vis the wise man, is in trouble, I go and I remove him from that situation. because he relies on my strength, the wise relies on his strength. So we have to be very, very careful. Because see, ज्ञानी में अहम आ जाता है, भक्त में नहीं आता. And that is why if we see many a times the people who have reached beyond, they know, right? If you go to all the sages ashram, you will still see a vigraha there. You will still see the puja part happening. You will say, अरे इनको तो ज्ञान हो गया था ना. Because he says no matter what jnana, we will still remain as devotees because we do not want to have any power of our own. भक्त से बड़ा कोई नहीं और भक्त को भगवान संभालता है. So over here, he says, now pondering thus, the prudent adore me and never take leave of devotion even after attaining wisdom. Even if they have their entire wisdom, jnana, vairagi hai, they have done all the tap and jap. They can go beyond everything, but they will never leave devotion, because when somebody is in devotion, I protect them. And that is what I did to you, Narad. I realized that this is not your path. कई बार हम सोचते हैं ना कि why are there so many hurdles in my life, right? कई बार नहीं आ जाता. Even the child might feel कि every step I take is difficult. Maybe that is not your path. Every time he is directing you towards your path. प्रभु आपको redirect करे जा रहे हैं. और हमें लगता है कि there are hurdles and hurdles and hurdles. No. So what is it? He redirects them. So over here, he's saying, that was not your path, Narad. So that means marriage is not the path. He says, no, please, Tulsi Baba, ये नहीं बोल रहे हमारे को. The same Prabhu asked Shivji to get married to Parvati, right? ऐसा नहीं है. Sati and Shivji, so it is not. But everybody's path is different. And the hurdles in our life might be the redirection that the Lord is giving. We do not know. He works in various ways. So he's saying कि ऐसे मत सोचो. मैंने आपको हटाया क्योंकि वो आपकी destiny नहीं थी. That was not your journey. That was not your path. That is why we say, na, have faith. Surrender and have faith. Probably it is not the hurdle. It is the direction that he's setting. Keep walking. Keep walking. प्रभु अड़चन नहीं डाल रहा है. प्रभु आपको रास्ता बता रहा है. And keep walking where he is telling you. In faith. With total surrender. Keep walking. And he says, ki for you, because you had chosen a particular path, right? You were a devotee, you were a saint, you were a sannyasi. Getting married would have deluded you, would have helped you lose your focus totally. Normally, हो सकता है नहीं हो, right? But many a times we have seen कि actually when two people get into the Grihastha ashram, it should be for yoga. Both together walk towards the Lord. But many a times it becomes a journey of complete bhog, right? Where desires of all form take over. And we forget the path. So he said, I kept you away from it because that was not your journey. And he goes on, he says, talks about a lot of things over here. And Narad Muni is delighted to hear कि yes Lord, now I understand कि आप जो करते सही करते. There is no hurdle in our path ever. You are in control. And then he says, I want one more thing before I leave. So he said, bolo. Whatever you want, I never deny anything to my greatest devotee. He said, you have various names, right, Lord? Just imagine, such a humble plea कि आपके बहुत नाम हैं, right? Each name can be glorified. Each name ignites bhakti. But my humble request is कि Ram Naam should be the most superior of all those names. कि there should be no other name but Ram. All your other names should be smaller than that name Ram. And the Lord says, ठीक है, तथास्तु. If that is what you want, I will give it to you. No problem. So इसी के लिए कहते हैं ना, even after we read the Vishnu Sahasranam, right? Most of you chant so well. So it says, Shri Ram Ram Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Tattulyam Ram Naam Varanane. Right? तो नारद मुनि ने मांगा ये वर कि प्रभु राम नाम, ये 2.5 अक्षर का प्यारा नाम, राम 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 राम, इससे ऊपर और कोई आपका नाम ना हो. तो प्रभु ने बोला कोई बात नहीं, अगर आपको राम नाम में रुचि है तो सो बी इट. ही इज सो गिविंग, ही इज सो हम्बल, मतलब ही इज सो स्वीट. आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड, व्हेन आई जस्ट रीड दिस आई फील व्हाट इज टेकिंग अस अवे फ्रॉम द लॉर्ड. एंड सेइंग दिस, I think we are overshooting, just give me 5 more minutes. He says, could you please tell me the qualities of the sages? Right? We won't spend too much time on this. I'll just read it out because it is like a summary all through Bal Kand, Ayodhya Kand, and again this. It is again and again and again and again a revision where they are telling us कि ये है क्या आप में? नहीं है तो walk towards them. ये है क्या? So again, before moving on to Kishkinda Kand, where Hanumanji is finally going to come in front of us, let's see whether we are ready to greet him or not. So Narad Muni bolte hain ki, can you please tell me what are the characteristics of a sage? So the Lord says, I want to sing the glories of the saints, and hence I will say, listen. He says, you are well versed, and then he goes, I tell you, dear sage, the qualities of a saint, by virtue of which they hold me in subjection. मतलब वो मेरे को ही अपने बस में करके रखते हैं. कहते हैं ना, the Lord is always at the beck and call of a true devotee. And Prahlad is one such example. Right? And they are master of the 6 passions. We talked about them, right? Lust, anger, greed, infatuation, pride, and jealousy. Sinless. The words over here are so beautiful. Sinless. Disinterested. What are they saying? He's saying Achal, Akinchan, Suchi. What I'll do is I'll send all the words with their meaning on the WhatsApp group so that, we'll know what, because the words in Avdi are very beautiful. It's saying is they are master of the 6 passions, sinless, disinterested, firm, possessing nothing, pure, full of bliss, of boundless wisdom, desireless, moderate in diet, very important, truthful, inspired, learned, and united with God, bestowing honor on others, free from pride, strong-minded, highly conversant with the course of righteousness. Right? They are the abodes of virtue, above the sorrows of the world and free from doubt. They never doubt. Right? Nothing besides my lotus feet. Matlab, they are totally always at my feet, surrendered all the time. And they don't like to be applauded, but they find great joy when somebody else is being applauded. Yeah, matlab agar they, they don't like it. They blush when somebody is saying things about them, but they feel so delighted to hear other people's praises. Even-minded, right? Placid. They never abandon the right course. Loving by nature. And so on and so forth. He lists down in such a beautiful manner the characteristics of a wise man, the saints, whom the Lord always loves. We'll go into the depth of them again in the next session, thoda sa, before we move forward. But with this, we come to the end of Aranyakand. Starting from Jayant to the qualities of the saint, a journey of an aspiring devotee. From the beginning to acquiring all the qualities. And all this happens when we surrender to the Lord. Hearing these beautiful words, Naradji leaves again to the lok of Brahmaji, and Sri Ram journeys on into the jungles of Kishkinda. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman.